Hello everyone, my name is Financial Charles. Today is September 8th of 2023, and today the Bitcoin price is once again at about $25,800. I just wanted to make a quick video today. Today obviously I got paid and nothing has changed. I just lump sum the entire thing once again. I've been doing this for quite a while now. I've been lump summing everything for really as long as I can remember. And I just wanted to address the really bearish sentiment that I see going around in the Bitcoin space as of right now. I really do think everyone is bearish right now, and everyone is expecting for Bitcoin to go lower and lower. But what I want to argue is every single time the herd thinks one thing, it usually will just do the other. Bitcoin has a way of surprising us and doing the least expected. And if everyone is expecting it to continue to go down, perhaps we might never see it go down even further. Uh, I don't really, I don't really know. Everyone that I've seen, Benjamin Cowen, he's expecting it to go down even more. But then again, his thesis from the very beginning of the year, he thought that it was going to go up half the time and down half the time, just like any other pre-halving year like we've had. I know that we've only had a couple of, pre-halving years, so the sample size is quite small. But if you take the average of this pre-halving year as well as this pre-halving year, you can argue that it goes sideways for the pre-halving years. But then again, there are only two other data points that we can see, so it's not going to be too accurate. But yeah, he's thought that it was going to be a sideways year. But even the big bear, or not big bears, but big bulls, a lot of these people, they flipped bearish. This guy right here, Bob Lucas, he's a really good Bitcoin YouTuber. He's one of the only ones that I recommend. One of the other ones I recommend, obviously, is Bitcoin University. That's probably the best Bitcoin channel on the internet, because unlike many others, unlike Benjamin Cowen even, he's focused on Bitcoin only, and he sees all other alts as a scam. And in my past, I've dabbled in alts and I've made a lot of money from alts. But as of right now, as of today and going forward, really any other cryptocurrency that is not Bitcoin, it fails. Even like Ethereum, you'll hear a lot of Bitcoin maxis argue that Ethereum is simply a protocol, a centralized protocol that is built on a foundation of sand, and all it will do is completely recreate the fiat system that we live in right now. Ethereum, they claim that it's deflationary and that it burns, but in reality, this is a protocol that is completely controlled, and it's centralized. It's controlled by the Ethereum Foundation. They want to claim it's decentralized, but in reality, Vitalik Buterin, the creator of Ethereum, says that all ERC20s, which are alts built on the Ethereum blockchain, they all have backdoors, so the devs can step in and freeze anything or anytime something goes wrong. And that just shows that those currencies are controlled by humans, they're controlled by CEOs, they're controlled by bigger entities. There's no one that controls Bitcoin. Satoshi Nakamoto does not control Bitcoin. Bitcoin devs do not control Bitcoin. It's the most decentralized protocol in the world. But even Bob Lucas, let me get back to my original point. Even Bob Lucas, he's a bull, but he also recognizes when it's bearish times, and even he thinks that that Bitcoin will continue to go lower. And for all we know, Bitcoin can very well go lower. But as I mentioned, even while we were up here, you don't want to wait for it to go lower. I was buying up here and I was lump summing up here, but I'm also lump summing all my paychecks down here. And I should probably stop calling it a lump sum. It's not really a lump sum. I'm just dollar cost averaging my entire paycheck every 2 weeks. And I will continue to do that. I did that today. And in 2 weeks when I get more money, I will continue to do that. But I'm hoping the whole time that Bitcoin continues to go down, so that way my paycheck can buy me more sats. And that's been one of the main focuses on this channel. This has been one of the main messages that I've been trying to get out here, is when Bitcoin goes down, you are allowed to buy more sats for your dollar. So I'm hoping that it continues to go down. And will it go down for the remainder of 2023? Who knows? Perhaps it might. Am I personally expecting for it to go down even more? I guess you can say, yeah, I am expecting it to go down. And I think everyone in the space is expecting it to go down even more. I think definitely the bullish sentiment from going all the way up, it completely shifted, and everyone is bearish now. I've seen very negative, or not negative, but I've seen very bearish predictions. I've seen people talk about, it going back to test the previous lows. And even, Benjamin Cowen, he's saying that 10 to 12K is on the table. Everyone is super bearish. Not only are people expecting it to go down, but yeah, we have some people expecting it to break these lows. And wow, if it breaks these lows, then it's going to be crazy. It's going to be the best buying opportunity. This is probably going to be the opportunity for you to become a whole coiner if it goes down these levels. And I said if it goes down to those levels. It might not be guaranteed, because what I really think is if Bitcoin keeps dipping more and more, I think more bulls will have a greater incentive to just accumulate. And I think perhaps the buying power of the bulls will be enough to prevent it from going down all the way back down to 15,000. Now, if on the macro scale, if the US economy really does go into a recession, then perhaps we're going to be seeing a completely different story, because the last recession, the last incredible real recession, was in 2008 when, during the housing crisis, when these banks were giving out predatory loans to people that couldn't afford to pay, the mortgage on their houses. That's what caused the 2008 recession. And Bitcoin was actually invented as a response to that 2008 recession. It was invented because, it's just not, it's not fair for the retail investor to, lose their purchasing power, because the U.S. The Federal Reserve is just printing away their purchasing power. So Bitcoin was invented as a response to that. And if we go through another recession, I suppose that this will be Bitcoin's first time going through a major recession. I mean, we did have the slight scare in 2020, the slight bear market in 2020. That the flash crash that went from 10,000 to 4,000, the 50% drop in a day, like we all remember that. But who knows what's going to happen here. But at the same time, so if people really can't afford to eat and they can't afford to pay for their housing and stuff, then I suppose that there will be people that will be selling their Bitcoins in order to pay for their living expenses. And even on Bitcoin, the subreddit Bitcoin, I've seen people, there was a post yesterday talking about why are people selling right now, and there are even some people in Reddit, they're talking about, I have to sell because I have to pay for my living expenses, this, that. So it's not really they're making a choice to liquidate, it's just that they're being forced to liquidate. They have no choice, because if they don't liquidate right now, they have no money to pay for surviving. So perhaps if we see a prolonged, recession, it's very likely we will break these lows. And, in terms of, is it going to go down to 10K, 8K? Man, I don't know about that. Only the future can tell. But we will see. I do think, as Bitcoin price goes down further and further, people will, the bulls, the people that are super bullish like me, we will continue to just buy more and more, and perhaps we'll even prevent it from going down that low. But if it goes down that low, that's the opportunity of a lifetime. It's just like when Bitcoin dropped to $4,000 in March of 2020. That was the opportunity. And I remember being on Bitcoin Reddit here in September and August of 2020. I was talking about, is it too late to buy? There are some people that said, that 4K price, that was the golden opportunity, and we'll never see an opportunity like that again. I don't know where it's going to go. Fundamentally, though, Bitcoin, it's designed to hold its value. Like, during these recessions, this is what Bitcoin was invented for. It was invented in response to the 2008 recession. So if we go through another actual recession, I suppose we will see if Bitcoin does what it was invented to do. Like, if we go through a recession or depression, these are the moments that Bitcoin was invented for, and who knows? I mean, if we see another drop like coronavirus here, then all that is to me is a buying opportunity. I remember when it crashed 50% in a day, I lump summed this candle right here. I literally lump summed when it went to $4,500, and I have the receipts for that. So we'll just have to see what happens, if this is a better buying opportunity, or if, who knows. This is pretty much all speculation, but fundamentally, if there's only 21 million coins in existence, and in March or April of 2024, the mining reward gets cut in half, which means that the amount of Bitcoin produced per block is cut in half, that completely halves the amount of available Bitcoin. So once all the Bitcoin right now on exchanges dries up, the rate at which new Bitcoin is being produced is cut in half. So if the demand stays the same but the supply is cut in half, that's a recipe for Bitcoin to go up. It's coded into the system, so we'll just have to see where it goes from here. Yeah, I just wanted to make a quick video during work. That's pretty much all the points that I wanted to speak on. And yeah, I will just continue to make more Bitcoin videos in the future, and hopefully we continue to see it go down even more so we can buy more sats for our dollar. But yeah, other than that, that's all I wanted to talk about for today. I hope you guys bought today. I hope you guys bought last week. I hope you guys continue to buy next week and 2 weeks from now, because I'm telling you right now, all these people that are selling their Satoshis, they're selling their Satoshis to me, and I'm locking it away in cold storage forever. So those Satoshis that are being sold right now, they will never see the light of day, because I intend to buy it up, store it in cold storage, and never give it to the exchanges ever again. They say that, there's a meme that talks about, so are you saying that I can buy Bitcoin now and then sell it at a higher price later? And the guy says, no, what I'm saying is, when it comes time, you won't have to sell your coins. So that's what I'm hoping for too. And yeah, I'll just wrap it up here. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you in another video.